Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Conversation with Within. My name is Nando Araújo. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here today and connect with you guys. And I'm and I'm so happy and grateful, and I feel so blessed today to have opportunity to have a conversation with someone. I don't say that she is special. I see her as a blessed earth angels. That's the way that I see her. Laura, it's Laura Kazimer, right? Laura Kazimer,
Yes,
right?
Laura Kazimer, yes.
Thank you for being here with us. Thanks for taking some time to have this conversation today. And before the go live today, I was meditating, my friend, and the Spirit to show me beautiful things about this conversation that we are going to have today. And the Spirit said to me that this conversation is going to touch a lot of people in two ways. You're gonna touch people they are going to watch this video, and I'm gonna touch people with this with the energy. Understand?
Yes.
Because we are so connected right now, you know what I mean, with the spirit, with love, that as this energy is going to radiate. Oh my God,
Mhm.
this energy is gonna radiate, all over the planet for people, for planets, to help a people, to help a planet as well. Wow, this is beautiful. I want to ask a favor, my friend. Can you please introduce yourself a little bit? Tell me a little bit what you are connect right now, what you're doing right now. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a nice deep breath before I start. Wow. Thank you so much. So, what I do right now, my main modality is breath work. And when you say breath work, people automatically think pranayama, yogic techniques, relaxation, but it's so much more than that. Breath work is what has completely transformed my life and has saved my life. And I'm so grateful. I wouldn't be in this position that I'm in today if it was not for breath work. And it's my ultimate medicine. It is the medicine, and I've been in plant medicine ceremonies. I serve plant medicine, and it's all amazing. It all serves a purpose. It's a catalyst, but our breath is the medicine. So that's my main focus is breath work. I train new facilitators all over the world with awakened breath. I also have a women's empowerment group right now. It's called Empower Her. So I'm really big into building community, whether it's in person or online. So that's, I've been isolated for so long and alone for so long, or so I thought. I was in victimhood for so long. And so now I know all of these amazing people, you included, and I get to have these conversations. I get to have these new experiences, and I get to help other people know that they're not alone.
Yes, I'd like to say something because I think it was over 2 months ago that I went to one of those a workshop, right? Like a workshop, right?
Yeah.
But I remember that I grabbed my phone, I went to online and I typed, breath work class, whatever, near me, right? And so few people popped in on my phone, right? But for some reason, I just felt this very strong energy coming from you to me, like the boom, like that. Day after that, I wasn't able to see anyone else. You know what I mean? This I felt, no, you need to go to her. So I went to your website. So I reserved my spot and I paid for that. And I went there. You know what I mean? What experience was something very beautiful because I was able to release someone energy that I thought it was not with me anymore. You know what I mean? But when I was there, doing all the things that you are asking people to do, the breathing, so all this stuff, you know what I mean? This process energy is coming so strong to me. Then I felt, oh my God, I thought I was free for this process energy, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
But at that day, I was able to free myself, and
Mm.
was such a beautiful experience, my friend, and I'm so grateful, thankful, that you speak, God, me to you, and what I felt of it, the way, the best way that I can say, express this about yourself, you not judgment, not only me, but everybody else felt, like free, we felt like we are home. We can be ourselves right now. You can scream, you can say whatever. There's no judgment here coming from her. Only love. That's what I felt for you. Only
Mm.
come to me. I felt that the entire time that was there, you are just hold me. But I was just, my imagination. That's what I felt the entire time you were there, hold me, say, no, no, it's okay to release. I said,
Yeah.
you are, you are safe right now. And what I mean, this, but like I said, it was something very beautiful. And I, I still remember like it right now. But I want to ask you something, Laura. I like to, ask what type of belief that you were raised on by your parents, when you were a
Yeah.
child,
Um, that's such an interesting question. They were not spiritual. I did grow up in a Catholic church, but they weren't super religious, you know. I think people go to church just because we say go to church.
Mm,
But I did, get the first Holy Communion and I was baptized. And when I was 11 years old, I was going to like Sunday school. And I remember being in my dad's house, and he lived across the street from the church. And I locked my bedroom door and I said, I am not going. I am not going there anymore. I don't want to go. And and now looking back, I can now understand that that was some sort of resistance. I didn't want to be in the church, and I was even participating in the church in their services and being an altar girl, or and but my family was never like, you have to go. They didn't make me go, but there was no talk of God. There was no talk of spirituality. There was no talk of gratitude or manifestation or holistic healing. Like, we didn't go spend time in nature. It was a very strange. I grew up in Pittsburgh, so it's very old school, a lot of alcohol. And my parents were separated when I was young, so I've always felt that abandonment and that loneliness, and like, I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough from my father. And now knowing what I know about trauma, and I can look back now and understand why I went through everything I went through, but I'm not a family oriented person. I make it emotional, but I don't have like a strong family system. It's not like I can call my mom and say, "Hey, I need support today," or call my dad, because their emotional capabilities are hindered a lot. And my spirituality, my growth has happened very exponentially and very quickly. And sometimes they don't know what to do with me. My dad, I'll call him and I'm like, oh, I went to the nude beach last week. And he's like, you're weird, and these are the responses that I get from my own family. So that's why I love community and I love making relationships. And I want to just touch on something that you shared really quick about the space that I provide. Thank you for saying that. I'm really big on integrity and safety. And the reason I facilitate the way that I do is because I've been in workshops or classes or even sacred ceremonies where I felt unsafe to heal how I needed to heal, and I said, I will never make a person feel that way. So thank you for saying that. It really means a lot.
but this is exactly what I felt. But just talk about a little bit about your parents, because I'm originally from Brazil. My mother was raised in a Catholic church. She used to take me, my brother, and sister to Catholic church, right? I remember I was a little, 5, 6 years old, and I used to meet my brother and sisters tell Mama, we don't like to come here. Mama, why
Mhm,
you bring us to here, Mama? But my mama didn't know anything better. That's, like I said, she thought it was the right thing to do. Take us
mhm,
there. But anyway, one day my mother's friends, invited her to go to this metaphysical place in
Whoa.
Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, right? So my mother went over there for the first time, and my mother connected, and I mean, 100% with the spirituality. The day after that, she took me, my brother, and sister to this place. I remember I was 7 years old when I went there for the first time, and I said, "Thank you, Mama. Thank you." I felt I am home right now. This is who I am. So like I said, my mother never go back and again to Catholic Church, and day after that, spirituality, totally changed my life, changing my mother's life, my brothers and sisters' life, and my father as well, because my father was a very physical, abused man. He found another place many years after my mother. It was a metaphysical place as well. And then he went through to awakening. And then it totally changed his life. It's
Wow.
beautiful. Let me ask you a question. Relate to your parents now. I feel that your parents is still, in a very old beliefs now. But do you blame your parents for anything, or you feel that, or you are grateful for any experience that your parents, you know, being a Catholic, maybe helped you some way. So how, I believe, must be have some kind of forgiveness, maybe that you work with them in the past, or maybe that you still, or maybe that you are working with them right now in the present moment.
I think I have this huge level of forgiveness. I wanna touch on my experience with DMT, if that's okay. Um, that's okay. Okay. So the first time I had smoked 5-MeO DMT, Bufal various, was in 2022, and and the medicine showed me like lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of mothers not loving their daughters properly. And I share this with people because it was the most profound moment of my existence. And knowing what I know on a very deep spiritual, um, conscious level, I have this forgiveness in my heart for my mom.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but
Okay.
people gonna watch this. I just want to ask that please watch this entire conversation, because what I like to say, I said that before, I like to say it again. The way that I see Laura, I see her as a
Yes.
love, nothing more, nothing less, coming from her. That's one thing that I feel. And what she's going to say right now, it's very beautiful. I just want you guys please to listen and pay attention to what she's going to say. So you can understand where she came from, what she went through, and how she was able to connect, with love. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you. So having experienced that, this lineage of women who like want their moms just to love them and support them, and like it's not in my history. It's just not there, and I like want it to be so bad. So I have this level of forgiveness for my mother that she doesn't know, but I know. And it's like, I can look at her now and just be like, wow, she's just in a lot of pain, um, and even my dad, we had a very estranged relationship. He's an alcoholic. He's still actively drinking. Not he's functional though. He's been in the Navy for almost 30 years. He's retired, like a good guy, but I would cut him off and then invite him back into my life, and then cut him off and then invite him back into my life, because I was victim, victim, victim. You did this.
But
You
with the
hurt
blame,
me.
you blame them. Just
Yeah, so much blame. And then, a few years ago, I was working with a therapist, and he said, just call your dad, just call him. And I did. And I couldn't believe the response that I got. And now it's like, I love when my dad calls me on the phone. I'm like, "Hey, dad," and if we don't have deep conversations, that's okay because I've reached this level of acceptance that I'm going to take this relationship for exactly what it is. And if it's surface level conversations, then that's okay with me, And I told him last week, I was like, "Wow, dad, we've come so far." Like that feels really good. And that's the thing. Like these are the parts of me that people don't see and they don't understand and they don't really ask about unless I share about it. So relationships, family relationships are challenging, and you're right, it all comes from childhood. I have a focus in trauma and family systems, so it's like on the intellectual level, I understand this, we understand this, but it's when we dig into that deep spiritual emotional level of the family systems and the ancestral systems, that's why we are the way that we are today, because of all the pain we went through. And then I used to hate that thing, like, oh, they did the best that they could. And I used to be like, that's BS. Like they didn't, I used to think it was such a lame excuse, but I'm like, no, you know what? We're all doing this for the first time in this lifetime.
But it's beautiful. It's amazing. I went through a lot of my father. My father, like I said, used to say horrible things to me. It, my father used to punish the way he used to punish me when I was young. He wanted to make sure that I was feeling pain. You know what I mean? I was feeling physically pain and mentally pain. But because I have always know, I hear it's amazing. Say you have to blame him, me for whatever it is. I did so many things in my life, alcohol, drugs, so many things. I was very gifted since I was young, but I was carrying so much hatred and unforgiveness inside myself. And my ego always say, "You are fine, you are perfect." No, he is the problem. He is the problem. You know what I mean? Blaming him, blaming him, blaming him. But I make a long story short, I was able one day, to forgive my father. And then 10 years after I forgave him, I was able to call him. He passed 3 years ago. And I called him and I said, well, I mean, when I said to him the first time that I, I, I forgive you, but I'm never going to say in this lifetime that I love you. He said, that's fine, I'm okay with that. But 10 years after, I went through to a lot of resistance to say to him. But one day, I was so connected to love, and I called him in Brazil, and I start crying before he start talk to him. And I say, I want to say something to you that I love you. It came from my heart. It was that day was a huge change in my life. But when I see you talking about your father, that you know you accept him just the way he is. But I was listening to you, Laura, and I was coming to me. It just every time that I connect with your energy, like I said, it's so beautiful. It's love energy that you carry to you. And every time that you connect to him, every time that you call him, or every time that you go to see him, you don't need to say too much because what you have in here is more powerful than ever. That love energy that you have that you carry to my friend is radiated to him. You have no idea. He can feel that. He can feel that. The way they are showing me here right now, or they are showing me that he's he knows that he can feel this is the time for him to just get off of this a little cocoon, a little box that he's been living his entire life. He just open and only to receive, to connect it to love, to hug it, to love it. He's been receiving this guidance. Maybe I believe he's gonna do it. I hope he does. You know what I mean? But it's so beautiful, the way you see him. There's something that I asked a long time ago for God to help me to see uh, 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 everyone with the eyes of love and love everyone the way God loved eyes. So
Yeah.
it's not an easy thing, when someone say something to you, when someone do something to you. I'm not talking about parents, can be anyone.
Anyone.
Relationship, someone betrayed, did whatever with you. A ego don't want us to forgive them. A ego don't want us to see them with the eyes of love. A ego don't want us to love them. What I mean? But the path of spirituality, doesn't require any sacrifice for no one. But it's not an easy path because you have to do so much work, with yourself. What I mean? And we have to let it go. A lot of resistance inside ourselves. If you wanna connect with the healing, if you wanna heal yourself, you need to let it go. Resistance and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Because what
Mhm.
you're doing right now, so many things that you're doing right now, you know this very well. You are breaking, what I mean, so change the being, yeah, it's in your family tree for generations of generations. So you
Mhm.
right now is gonna break all those chains. For the
Yeah.
next generations, and I don't know if you have a brother or sisters, if you have a children, or maybe someday if you decide to have a children, they're not gonna pass to them. That's exactly what I'm doing this incarnation. Now I understand why that I went through all these things. Before I couldn't understand,
Yeah. Yeah.
no love at all, no affections for my parents, what I mean? And I couldn't understand, but now I understand, why did I choose my father to be my father, my mother to be my mother? I chose for all
Oh,
this abuse, all this verbal abuse, sex abuse, all the stuff that I went through. And now I see everyone, every single person from my past. I see them with the eyes of love. I love every single one, Laura.
I
And this is something I never thought I was going to be able to do in my life.
know.
To see everyone with the eyes of love and love everyone, to carry this unconditional unforgiveness, this unconditional love inside of my heart. And that's what I see on you, my friend. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's the only way that we can heal ourselves. That's how I see it. If you say, I'm not going to forgive this person, I'm not going to do anything at all related to this person, you're never going to have the full healing in your life because you are holding something with you. To,
Mhm. And I like what you said, like, it's possible to see with eyes of love and love everyone. And my friends make fun of me because I call everyone my best friend, or I'm like, I love this person, I love this person. And they say, how do you love everyone? How is that your best friend? I'm like, because I do love everybody. And even people I just meet, I'm like, oh, I love you. And some people get weirded out, but I don't care. I don't care because there was a time where I felt like the world was against me and I felt like I could not receive love and I could not give love. I didn't know how to give love because I was never taught how to do that. And I didn't know how to receive love because I was never shown how to receive love. I always thought that love was codependency, love was abandonment, love was questioning, love was hard. I thought that that's what love was. And I thought it was very broken. And then when you're older and you get into intimate relationships, all of your stuff comes up. And then you find yourself. I had just found these pictures of my hair. My hair was falling out in this relationship I was in, and my body was rejecting the relationship. I got really sick with an autoimmune disorder, and I was losing my hair and I was losing tons of weight. And now it's like I have enough respect for myself today to never let another person treat me like that. But I was such a victim, and I really thought that that's what love was.
me too.
Love is abuse. I thought love was abuse, and I was like, oh yeah, I love you. It's. I would say it's what's the word? Like intense, right? I'm like, it's just really intense, like it's love, and love is not supposed to feel like that. And now I have love in my life, friends, partners, whatever, and I have respect and love for myself today. So now I attract what I truly deserve, not what I used to think I deserved. It's
This
so
is
beautiful.
love is the higher, energy here in the moment right now. I love this. But a few weeks ago, I have a lot of conversation with the spirit. And they said something to me that was amazing. They said, uh, uh, every relationship that you had in the past, and you said that you were in love with those people, right? You never, ever, ever experienced the real love with no one. I said, what are you talking about? I loved my ex-wife. I loved this person. I loved everything. No, you never loved no one. You were just connected to them because you were just did something for them. You were just
Mm-hmm.
up the void inside yourself. Then they said, remember before you used to have a terrible fear to be alone, to be by yourself? I said, yes. So you always need to be with someone. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I remember that. So you always connect to someone, get involved with someone. Why? Because the fear to be by yourself. But you always has this fear to love, to give love, to receive love, as you never had that. But then when I said, you just was say like I love you, but it was just coming from your mouth, from your heart. And they said to me, you're gonna experience the real love in your life in this incarnation. And then you're gonna understand what I'm say to you right now. And anyway, so I was having this conversation with the spirit, and I said, wow, this is amazing. And then I see people all over the world say, I love you, I love you, I love you, you know what I mean? Oh, you are the love of my life, you know what I mean? Without you, I cannot live. It go on. I work with some clients now, they all want to be loved by someone, but they ask me to talk to them. That's something that I learned before. That's the reason I've been single for over 4.5 years, because I have to learn how to love myself first now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's not
Mm-hmm.
an easy thing. So now I don't have a fear to be by myself anymore. And I'm still working over to that to love myself first now. But this is beautiful because everyone, I know you talk with a lot of people, even with your clients. I believe many of your clients say, "Oh, I want to be in love with someone. I want to find someone they respect, and they see me this way I am. Not that I mean, they accept this way I am. Blah blah blah." Right?
Mm-hmm.
That you're talking about. But yeah, when you talk to them, yeah, you need to work with yourself. They, you need to work to forgive. You need to work with this, and I mean, to let go your past. And I mean, you need to learn how to love yourself first. You know what I mean? And a lot of my classes, it's very hard for me. You know what I mean? So 99% of my clients are it's all females, all women. 1% is a man. But anyway, so I work with a lot of young clients, with all my respect, very beautiful woman.
Mm.
They don't love themselves.
No, 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 no. And it's it's such a journey, the self-love journey. And what you were just talking about, right? I always had to be with someone. I always had to have a partner or even a best friend, like always be with someone. And I know a lot of people like this, and I used to be like this too. I just could not stand myself and I could not stand being alone. Now I love my alone time. If I'm with people too much, I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I need to be alone. But the self-love journey is like there's so many people that claim they love themselves. There's so many people that claim they think they're beautiful on the inside and out. But it's when you're alone at the end of the day and you're truly by yourself, we take away the phone, we take away the journal, we take away the animals, everything, right? You're just you yourself and spirit, right? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? And you have to ask yourself, do I really love myself? And the answer is there, right? We're going to get the answer. It's going to be a very clear yes or no. And then if the answer is no, okay, why? What do I need to change? What do I need to work towards? How do I love myself more? And a lot of times it's because we're in this box, right? And we're always trying to race against the clock. Get the house, get the car, get the wife, get the kids, get the job, retire, right? We're living in this framework. So, and then we're constantly, especially with social media these days, we're constantly comparing our lives to other people's lives. And I tell this to my students, I'm like, what you see on Instagram is not real. Some of it is, right? But for the most part, I'm going to post the good parts on there, but now being in this role that I'm in, I want to post the bad parts too and the dark parts so I can spread awareness. But that's the issue, right? We're always comparing, and then we're always feeling not good enough, or like we're not as far in life as we need to be. So how do I love myself if I'm constantly so hard on myself? It's so interesting to me. And so when I tell people, I'm like, go have fun, go play. And they're like, no, I need to work. I need to do this. I need to do that. Okay, sure. Yeah, you need to do that. But my whole thing, right, is like if I die tomorrow, I want to know that I had a good time. And I want to know that I was in service. I want to be in service, and I want to have fun, and I want to laugh, because my life was so dark for so long, and I don't want to be in that space. But going back to self-love, it's such a journey. And I think if you're in relationship and you get out, take the time that you need for yourself before, like, I love what you said. I've been single for 4 years. That's awesome, because that's what we need. We need that time and space for ourselves. And now I bet when you get into a relationship, you're definitely not going to settle, because you know who you are, what frequency you're on. And I don't want someone coming into my life and messing up my frequency.
We talked a little bit about this before you start.
Yeah, I went on a date the other night, and the guy was so nice, but he literally, we're talking. First of all, he starts telling me all his trauma, which is okay. I can handle it. But then he goes, I'm anxious and I've always had anxiety. And I'm like, no, because that's so like such programmed thinking. Like, I'm anxious. First of all, you're owning your anxiety like it's yours. And then second of all, I've always had anxiety. So you mean to tell me when you're 10 years old, like, you're having anxiety? Which is true. Kids are having anxiety, but we all have anxiety. We all have it, right? But the difference today is that I don't let it debilitate me. I notice it. I'm like, I'm feeling anxious. Where is this coming from? Oh, because I need to go move my body, or I'm feeling anxious because I need to get all these things done today. Well, you know what? I'm going to do as much as I can. And that's all I can do. But people get really stuck in the anxiety and the depression and the fear and in the need to be so successful. And like, success is whatever you want it to be. I don't have to have a yacht to be successful. That would be really nice, of course. We all like nice things, but that does not define who I am as a woman, and it shouldn't be how you define yourself as a man.
Yeah, I was listening to you, and this came to me because the other thing to continue to talk about love, and so many, like I said, everyone wants to be with someone, be in love with someone, connect with someone. But one thing, me that many, many years ago, no, it's not too long ago, but anyway, so it came to me that in the past I never thought about. But I'm going to explain first now. All my best friends, even when I used to live in Brazil, it's all women, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had only one guy that was my best friend. His name was Henrique. So in Brazil, but even when I came to America, even all my clients, like I was mentioned before, but my connection was more with the female energy, and I never could understand why, right? So, but then one day they explained to me, I love to have a conversation with this spirit. They said, because my father, like I said, was a very verbal, physical abuse man, like with me. And then my mother, the other side, she was very spiritual, but she was, how am I going to say, she never hugged us too much or kissed too much, all this stuff. But then, the thing is, with my mother never spanked me, right? My mother never said anything negative to me. So what I'm trying to say, so when I grew up, I was so connected more with the feminine energy because there I was feeling safe. The masculine energy it's not a safe. I was connected to fear. You understand what I'm saying? So, but many years ago, they start talk to me. They put some people for me to listen on some things related to the masculine and feminine energy, and let me sort of start work to myself. And then for the first time, oh my God, now I understand why there has
Mhm.
some connection on me with the female energy, not the masculine energy. So I need to work with this inside because, like I said, with the female energy, feminine energy, is so strong inside myself because I feel safe.
Yeah.
So the masculine, no, the masculine is the one that's going to hurt me.
Oh
So
my gosh, I'm so happy. I don't mean to cut you off, but thank you for saying this. I just wrote in my journal, I think I think yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I said I want to work with men because I have male clients, but I feel so unsafe with feminine right now. Like so unsafe and it's
yeah,
crazy. I'm like, wow, I thought these women were supporting me. I want to support each other, but it's always this like competition almost. And they're not understanding that we're going to create more impact if we collaborate. Let's collaborate together. Let's build the feminine strong. And there's a lot of these like sisterhood groups. And that's why I created my own sisterhood group because it's challenging being a woman in this field. And anyway, my men clients do the work. They want the work and I refer them to someone or recommend and they do it. Whereas like the women, there's like always this resistance. And I'm like, this is so interesting. But it comes from different ways. Like in my in-person relationships with feminine are a little more challenging, but my online relationships with women are golden. So I'm like, what is this? And that's what you were saying. Like my energy is very loving, but for somebody that is not at the vibration that they wish to be at, my energy is intimidating. And
yeah,
I've heard this and I'm like, wow, it stinks that that's the case, because it should not be that way.
see, the way that I felt the first time that I met, when I thought I saw your video this week that we talked before. I have to say this again. The only thing that I felt for you the first time we met, and I continue to feel for you, it's only love, my friend.
It
I was
is.
at the gym. I was at the gym. I got emotional. I mean, when I was saying that test, I feel how many times I got emotional here with you. And I mean, that's what I feel. Yeah, some people. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
I'm better or more special than anyone. But I'm in a there I have to say I am in a different level than a lot of people. So I can
Mhm.
see more what's inside people. So
Yes.
feel on you. But some people they still have some type of resistance. Sometimes, oh, I feel intimidated by your energy or this or that. No, you are such a beautiful soul. But a lot of
Mhm.
those things that you mentioned before has to do with your father as well. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but alone, so that's so important for us. I mean, to work now to balance this feminine and masculine energies. Because when you try to understand, I mean, when you study, I mean, when you maybe go talk to someone to help us, you see, oh man, now I understand why that I'm doing this every time that I'm in a relationship with a woman or in a relationship with a man. Oh, now I understand why that I want to be you understand so much, so much. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's real. Like I said before, my God, I love this beautiful spirit out there. I love what my God's angels, the way they talk to me because I'm so open to learn. I'm so open to continue to grow every single day. But it's still something that another word for was to work on that. But it's something I'm gonna share this with you, with everyone. When I went to massage school, right? Like my class was 19 students, right? Was one female that's here. The rest is all women, right?
Mhm.
So I felt so safe over there, so safe because I was surrounded by women, right? So we start every time that we learn something like some type of massage, hand position, we need to work with someone. And then I was so 100% confident. I was never ever was going to work with a man, one with those guys. Even after that, one of those guys quit. was only two left. So anyway, so I always work with a woman. Every time the teacher say, "Oh, go to choose someone to work with you," I always go to a woman. I never go to the other two guys. I was safe. But then one day, my teacher said, "Oh, he comes by Fernando, right? Fernando is my real name. I go by Nando because when my mother passed, that's the way she used to call me, so I changed Fernando. But he said, Fernando, go work to Jeremy. Holy shit. So he chose the partners for us. I think he saw something on me or whatever, so other people as well. He said, no, go work with it. No, you're going to work with Jeremy today. I said, oh my God. So he laid on the table. There was something need to massage the legs. Then I put the lotion on my hands. I was, my God, the anxiety, the fear for me to, when I look at his legs, when I touch his legs, his hair, oh my God, so I'm going to get out of here. I cannot do it. But then I said, no, I have to do it.
Why?
You know, because the fear to work with men, because like I said, all the things
Mm.
like I said, that I went through with my father, all the things that I went through.
Ah.
Like I said, my female energies, the female energy, the feminine. I mean, sorry, the feminine energy is the one I always felt safe. But the masculine, no, the masculine was something. It's always pain. It's always things
Mm.
come from my father for some other things that I went through, the sex abuse, all the stuff. But then, you know what I did? I never forgot. I never forgot. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna massage his leg. And then I kept, and
Mm.
little by little, I felt in me something release in my body. And
Yes.
then after that, the teacher say, go, pick someone, choose someone to be your partner. I decided to go to him or go to other guy more than one time.
Yeah.
So I was able to heal myself at that day of the massages.
Um, Thank you for sharing. Can I share something that's present for me?
Yeah, anything that feel, whatever that you
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Because I didn't feel safe with men for a long time. So I'm like resonating with you with that. And just, I think last year I was at a festival down in Homestead. And this guy, I was like, I love your curly hair. And he said, do you want to go talk? And he said, do you want to, he said, what do you like to do? I said, I love to dance. He's like, do you want to go do some body contact, some movement? And I remember closing my eyes with this guy and we were just dancing and flowing and moving together. And then we were finished and he said, okay, see you later. And that is the first time that and I don't even think he knows what he did for me in that moment, but like I'm gonna get emotional, but like what you're saying, like something released from my body and something released from my body that day, and I was like, whoa, men can be safe.
so
I
so
He didn't want anything from me. It didn't turn into a sexual encounter, and I couldn't even believe that that was a thing. That he didn't want anything from me. He asked me what I like to do. I told him, and then we did that. And then he said, "Okay, see you later." And still to this day, I like want to call him after this. Be like, "Do you even know what you did for me that day? I don't even think you know." And now it's like I trust men again. You know, I'm like, whoa! It just something so simple that either we do for someone else or we do for ourselves, and sometimes we don't even realize it, the impact that we're creating just from a little touch or just from a word that we say or just from our energy just being as magnificent as it is. And so thank you for sharing that with me, because it's like we can push ourselves past these limits, and then we get to teach people how to push themselves past their limits and break free from whatever prison they're living in from their childhood.
yeah, I believe, and I talk to people, I talk to clients. You know what I mean, every time that you make a decision to change things in your life, whatever it is, you make this one decision. I'm making this decision today that I'm going to work to control my temper, whatever it is, right? I tell people always, pick the one that you have more resistance in, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because the one you have more resistance than any other one is the CEO, is the boss, is the president, right? Because
Hmm.
if you keep push that one, and work with the others, that one has such a they are connected to such a higher low frequency. You know what I mean? Then you continue working to the others, but push it away this one here. Like you feel like you are going back and forth, all the time, all the time,
Mhm.
all the time. But when you choose to work to that one, the one you have more resistance, every single other area in your life, you know what I mean, is gonna, because this one is gonna change the energy, it's gonna vibrate a different type of a frequency, it's gonna affect every single other area. Then let me say if you have an anger problem, you're gonna start feeling some more love, you know what I mean, for people. You know what I mean? If you never had forgive anyone, you are going to start forgiving people. Say, why that I'm doing this? And people's gonna come at you and say, wow, you look different, you are more kind or this or that. But my point is, what happened to you at the day, like I said, the universe, your God's angel said, let me send this beautiful earth angel to her. Then that day you have a choice to say, or I'm going to embrace this guy, I'm going to allow him to come, or I'm going to push him away. So what I did in massage school, when I touched Jeremy's legs, I gotta get out of here. But I said, no, I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
I was working on my hard. I was thought I was gonna pass out. So you did the same thing. You allowed him to come. You danced with him. And then after that, he said, "I'll see you later. Have a blessed day, my friend."
Yeah.
Man, that's something it happened with so many people there. But when you are connected with so much fear, so many people are praying, are asking, you know, to help, you know what I mean, to heal something in the body. So people need to understand something. When you ask, you receive, they're gonna come to you. So do not push it away. Don't allow the ego say, Laura, no, don't dance with this guy. Do you remember the last one we dancing? I mean, he grabbed your boobs. Do you remember he grabbed your butt? No, he's gonna do the same.
I
I tell people, put your ego on timeout. You are on timeout right now.
know.
I don't need it right now. So that's exactly what you did that day. What happened that day?
My whole
So
life changed. My whole life changed, and that was like that festival for me was, even I think the day before that, I did my maybe my second tantra workshop, and she had us all blindfolded, and you had to go around and find someone's energy that you connected with. And at first, a man hugged me, and I couldn't see him, but I knew that that did not feel good. And I said, So then I connected with a woman, and then same thing. We're touching each other and giving each other love, and then took the blindfold off, and we started crying. So I think that day before that situation, it allowed me to open my field, open my heart, and okay, this was fine with the woman. So like, let's try it with a man now. And so ever since then, I've had really healthy masculine friendships, masculine relationships. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, and it's like people don't always want something from me, and that's okay.
the one thing I like to share because I know you love to hug, right?
Oh
And,
yeah.
but there's something that I talk some people sometimes I suggest them to do. If you have any problems or any issues, something happened to you in the past related to the masculine energy or the feminine energy. So if you have anything with the feminine energy, every time that you see a woman or a friend or someone, you go to a party or whatever, you met someone, it, when you instead of just to say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is whatever," or just shake the person's hand. No, you say some people don't like to be hugged. But you can ask, "Can I give a hug?"
Uh-huh.
But I tell people when you hug them, just don't just hug. Go. No, no,
Oh
no.
no.
Go and hold at least for a
Praise
minute.
them.
At least for a minute. If you can hold it longer, it's better. If you don't see the other person kind of push it away, keep it holding.
Hmm.
Keep it holding. And then
And
you again and again. The masculine is the same thing. You know what I mean? Introduce you see a guy, you know what I mean, or a friend. Oh, this is my friend Nando. Like we are together. You introduce me to someone. The person has serious no problems. The masculine energy. So then I like to hug as well. But then when you hug me, it just hold me.
just hold. Yeah. People don't know that. And they want to tap you. And even my own mother hugs me that way. And I
Oh,
said, Mom, no, just hug me. And even if you want to take it a step further, next time you give someone that hug, take a deep breath together. That's my
Right.
most favorite thing to do, is like embracing someone, taking that fresh breath together, because then our energies are like completely just one in that moment. And I did that with my best friend yesterday. I'm leaving. I'm like, you know what? Let's hug and let's breathe. And she's like, wow, I didn't know I needed that. And that is like my most favorite thing to do with other human beings, is hug them and breathe with them and know that we're connected. So I love that. Yes.
I would say this because I may have more male clients right now because, like I said, the work that I did before, the work with my masculine energy to balance my masculine and feminine energy, and I'm still working on. I mean, see more guys call me, you know what I mean? They want to have a session. Even come some local clients here come to my place to have a session one on one with me. This is a wow, oh, time 11, love. But this is the university say what you did is working, my friend. That's the way it's supposed to be. But once again, we cannot heal anything in our lives with the resistance. It just I had to say it again. We cannot put it nothing in the side. Say I don't want to work with this right now because whatever that we decide to choose to put in the side, it's an ego guiding eyes. The
Mm-hmm.
other day I was talking on my YouTube channel. I was saying that our ego can become a spiritual guide. You know what I mean? And like I said, the one you don't want to work, the one you have more resistance is your ego say, no, 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 keep that one. You don't have to work with this one. Now leave that one alone. It's too
Mm-hmm.
much work to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that one is the one that we need to go first.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Like I mentioned about my father before, I was able to forgive him, but it took me 10 years to be able to say that I love him. And the Spirit says, after forgiveness come love. When
Yes.
people, if forgiveness come into the conversation, and I suggest to them, so I tell my story. So this, after you forgive this person, you tell them. You don't have to call them, tell them in person. No man, I love you. If a people,
Mm-hmm.
now you are asking me for too much. I say, I'm not asking for anything, my friend. I'm just suggesting to you. I'm just giving to you. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the only way we're going to free ourselves.
I
Like you
know.
see everyone with the eyes of love. You love everyone the way God's love. Like you know what the things you mentioned before that you love everyone. People say, "Why you love the person?" Do you know what? Because people, it's not a such a thing as a bad people. I tell people, people have some energies in here, some thoughts in here. They don't know how to control. And they do things, they say things because of trauma, because of many things they went through. But everything's right here, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, the heart is filled with love. I
Mm-hmm.
tell people, all those people that are in jail, they're gonna die over there. They did horrible things in here. The heart is filled with love. People say, "You
Mm-hmm.
must be crazy. What kind of shit that you smoke, man?" But say, no, it's real. The mind is totally filled with thought. The mind is out of control, but the
Mm-hmm.
heart is filled with love.
And that's like, I read this book. It's an entheogenic liberation. It is about 5-MeO DMT, but it talks a lot about ego, and I love it because it also talks about, rapists, murderers, child molesters. They're all love, and it's nothing is good or bad. Nothing. It just is. It just is, and so we need, and that's something I focus on too, is really incorporating the darkness with the light. I love the dark parts of me. I love them. And if it was not for all those dark parts, I would never know the light as I know it now. I wouldn't stand in the light as I do, and I wouldn't exude the light energy that I do. But I also am not a person that bypasses. Like if I'm going through something, I'm going through it, I'm feeling it, and I will speak openly about it because I'm not ashamed. But I really incorporate all the dark parts of me, my parts of me that has desires and wants and needs, because I'm still human. So it's you know what I mean? If I don't want to show up one day, I don't have to, because that's a choice that I get to make. I have my own agency, and people sometimes forget that. And I think when we step into this space of spirituality and giving back and being a service, sometimes we can get so caught up in giving back and then we forget to give to ourselves, and I am like such a believer in that I've got to come first in my life because I'm the most important person in my life, and then everything else can come after me, and people are like, that's selfish. Okay. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is, because I'm
So,
here.
yeah.
I was born a baby, but I was born just by myself. I don't have a twin. Even if I did have a twin, we're not coming out at the same time, And so even if I did, right, we're two separate entities, right? So I am my own entity, my own being, but I am everyone else too, and it's just been such a beautiful journey to really incorporate the dark parts of me, to know my light body, to accept that I'm not a perfect human. Because all these people, even students, they're like, I want to be perfect. I want to be perfect. I want to be perfect. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? No, there's no such thing.
You know, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. This is something. I always like to talk about ego because when people say, "I want to be perfect. I want to stop making a mistake. I want to be a better person." I mean, the ego want to create something in our mind that we fight constantly. I mean, you are constantly judging ourselves every time that we say something we're not supposed to do with someone, with ourselves, or do something we're not supposed to do with ourselves with someone. We are going to say, I want to be perfect. I want to stop doing this. This is not who I am. You are constantly, you know what I mean, like in a war inside your
Ah,
mind.
yes, those war. Yes.
You know what I mean? So, but something I work a lot with myself, you know what I mean? I tell people, I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? But every something that I learn every single day, I take the opportunity, you know what I mean? That life just give to me, that I wake up, that I know that I'm here alive to continue working to myself.
Mm-hmm.
To continue with myself and to love myself just the way I am. Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for God eyes, for the spirit eyes, we are perfect just the way we are. When I talk with people and I go live, or sometimes I talk with our clients, I say, if you ask something to the universe right now, the universe is going to go and ask this question. What's your social security number? Oh, oh shit! Last week. Oh my God! Last month. Oh my God! No, no, no. You know what? No, 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 right now. No, the universe, God, live in the present moment. Whatever that you did a second ago, a day ago, a week ago, a 10
Yeah.
years ago, is in your past now. Is in the past. It's gone. The
I
past,
know.
the past, it's a place where we learn. The present is the place where we heal ourselves. It's not in the
Mhm.
past that we're going to heal ourselves. It's in the present moment. The universe, God, the spirit, the divine, whatever that you like to call, live in the present moment. But an ego is a different story. I constantly want to remind us, oh my God, I make so many mistakes. I'm always make this. I'm a horrible person. I don't know what to do to myself. You know what I mean? I want to be better. And then you stay here, push like you're punching yourself, bang to the left, bang to the bottom, bang, bang, all the time. Disconnect yourself, see yourself as a beautiful, loving being, my God. Stop and go so hard in yourself. I used to do
Mm.
this in the past because the things my father used to say to me, you're not good enough, you're never going to be accomplish anything in your life, you're never this, you're never there, you're nobody, you're not good for nothing, blah, blah, blah. And I believed it. I was here, bang, bang,
Mhm.
myself. Till one day I realized, no, I'm a beautiful, beautiful soul.
Yes. And I want to say one thing, because as we're talking about mother and father, I've had this awareness over the last year, I'd say, that my mother and my father are much bigger than me, much bigger than you and much bigger than my physical mother and father. You know what I mean? When I had that awareness, I was like, oh my gosh, they are just the vessels that got me here. Thank God they did, thank God my mother birthed me. But when I understood that my God and my mom, my dad is energetic, I had this really deep understanding that um, that, whatever pain that they caused me was on them, or, it's my responsibility to heal that. But it's like, they don't even know that I know that. It's like, okay, yeah, my mom has a name, my dad has a name, they gave me a name, and that's it, and like, thank you. I don't know. It's something that I have in my brain and in my knowing, in my heart, that, my mother and my father is, and I felt them. I have felt my ultimate mother and my ultimate father. And it's just, the Christ consciousness. It all goes back to the ultimate being, that we're all one. But that was a really profound moment. And even children, like, I have felt both my daughter and my son inside of me, mostly in sacred ceremony and plant medicine ceremony. So I have experienced my energetic babies, and they're beautiful, but they are not hell bent on coming to earth. They're okay. They're like, yeah, we don't really need to come there, but if you want us there, we'll come. But we're okay. Like, cool, because I'm okay with that for right
My,
now.
my son, he's 7 years old, and I used to live on the beach by myself in a different area, and I was meditating over there, and him and a bunch of other children show up to me during my meditation, and he talked to me. I always have a piece of paper and a pen to make some notes in case I need. Then he said, "Oh, I want to come. When you be my father, I want to state that his mother's name be my mama, blah, blah, blah." And then he has a little girl next to him. She said the same thing. And he said, "This is the name. I want you guys to name it. And then he said, Amadeus. Amadeus. So it's Amedeus. Amadeus. And they said, this one, sir, this one, sir. I tell him, this one, sir. I grabbed a piece of paper. He spelled that for me. And then he said, A, then another word, Deus. I said, okay. Then I kept talking to him, and so the other kids will talk to me as well. They're all children. They're all waiting to incarnate in here. And then after that, they all left. So I grabbed my phone and I said, what does Amadeus mean? And then they said, hello, he spoke with you in Portuguese. No, Amadeus is Amadeus in English, right? Ama in Portuguese is love.
Hmm.
Deus is God. So Amadeus is mean love God.
Wow.
So they I went to talk to his mother about this vision that I had, and she ran away from me for 2 years. For real. And then after she freaked out, she ran away from me for 2 years. Then she came back, you got together, she got pregnant, blah, blah, blah. But then he came. We are not together anymore. But his first name is Elias, but he asked to be his first name. But his mother said, no, no, I want his first name to be Elias. I kind of agree with her. But children, they do choose eyes. Like when I was listening to you before, your parents, before your parents came here, your parents had a conversation with you over there. He said, we're going to call to planet Earth right now. But I would really like you to be a daughter someday. You're gonna be a daughter, so you can help us, Laura. They had
Mm-hmm.
this conversation with you now over there. I mean, and then your parents came and grew up, together, got married. And then mama got pregnant. And then you came. Look at you right now, Laura. We talked about this before. Who's been break all these chains in your family tree? You know what I mean? And I see, my friend, if you continue to see your father and mother with the eyes of love, if you continue to love your parents the way God loved us, never ever. This is important. It's for you, for everyone else being stressed. It's very important for you to never judge them. You talk the way you talk about your parents today. Everything is coming from a place of love. I never felt any anger on you. No, oh, I still hate my father. I still hate my mother. I forgive them. No, 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 no. Anyone can feel that in you, the love that you have for them, the understand, the compassion that you have for them. And this is
Mm-hmm.
so important for us. It's part of a healing process. You need to constantly, every time we talk about someone, you can mention, like I did about my father, you did about yours, but we are in a different place right now. We are
Mm-hmm.
love. I only say good things to say about my father. I don't judge my father anymore. I don't blame my father for anything anymore, or or my mother, or brother, sister, or whoever in my past. I don't blame anyone anymore. Every time that I open my mouth to say something about someone, my words come from a place of love, not from a place of judgment. And this is something so important for people to understand. This is part of your healing.
Mm-hmm.
If someone, and then after that, continue to trash them out, continue
Yeah.
blame them for what you are doing in your life.
Yeah, and keep giving them love no matter what. Hey, I love you. Hey, how are you today? Our parents just want us to ask them how they're doing. It's so simple. And sometimes I feel a little guilt. Like I'm like, oh, I don't call my mom enough, or I don't reach out enough. But then I like also really like to protect my own energy. And sometimes I know if I'm going to have that conversation, I have to mentally prepare myself. And it's challenging. But yes, I'm so glad that I talk about them in that way today, because that wasn't always the case. I was really angry for a long time, and forgiveness is possible. And you were talking about forgiveness, and I want to say that I do have a forgiveness breathwork workshop coming up. So I just scheduled it yesterday, but it's
Mhm.
like in alignment. So thank you for that conversation today, because that feels really good. I'm like, you know what? Let's dive into forgiveness. And it's not always about the other person. And I like what you said, we can energetically forgive someone. We don't have to write them a letter or call them on the phone, especially if we've caused harm. And if we forgive them in person or bring something up, we could cause more harm, right? So it's like this whole amends process that we can do with ourselves. And even the people that have hurt us the most, we have to forgive them, because there's a level of freedom that comes with forgiveness.
I love. One thing I like to say, that I mentioned before, and just meditate a little bit about this, and if you maybe feel guided to incorporate our forgiveness, talk about love, how important it is when you forgive someone to love them as well, because love is the most highest powerful energy in the entire universe. What I feel for you, what I felt when I met was love. That's one of the things that I feel for you, but because the resistance and only the no, okay, no, I was going to say it's so easy for us to say I forgive him,
Yeah.
but it's so hard for people to say I love him.
Mhm. Mhm.
The other
Mhm.
two, Laura, I got to share with you, if it resonates with you. Many years ago, I was works. I'm constantly work so many things with myself, release things. Sometimes even something happened today, I work right away to release. But one thing that I love so much, I love to share with people as well. They ask me to say every time that you release something, can be anything, even when you work to forgiveness, because when you work to forgiveness, you are releasing something, you are releasing some energies, right? They said to me, I like if I forgive you for some reason you did something to me, right? Like you are in a relationship, you betrayed me, right? So they say, I'm going to be by myself in a quiet place. I'm going to connect with you. Let me bring all these things on me to the source. I'm going to say, I forgive you, Lord, and I love you. And then I say, and I ask all, I ask all these energies between me and Laura to be sent back to the universe, and I ask for those energies to be transmuted in the most highest frequency of light and love.
Mhm.
Long time ago, they asked me every time to release, if you work to forgiveness or to release someone or anything, ask those energies between you, the person, or the situation to be sent back to the universe. And I ask for those energies to be transmuted in the most highest frequency of light and love. Because sometimes we release things, energies, sometimes the energies can come back to us, or can go to someone else because it's energy, right?
Mhm.
When you ask to be transmuting the most highest frequencies of light love, if it come back to you, it will come back in light love. If you go to someone, it goes with the light love as well. So they talked to me about so many years ago. I said, "Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful." And
Yeah.
if it resonates with you, because this conversation that we are having here today, that we've been saying, I've been learning with you, we've been learning something with you. If people is going to learn something, take something for this conversation, but we are constantly learning. Sometimes I see someone say something, I say, wow, I love it. It resonates with me 100%. Like I heard someone, I don't know who said that, I don't even remember, but they say relationships is me help you become a better version of yourself, and you help me become a better version of myself.
Mhm.
There, I said, my God, it resonates with me just like that. I'm using that, today. That's exactly. I know someone's gonna come to my life, and I know she's going to have some things like I have some things, but we are going to have this freedom to express ourselves without worry about one thing, at all.
Yeah.
It can be anything. It can be anything. I was working with a couple weeks ago, and I said this to them. So she can be free to say anything. If kids, she go out there, and then she met someone, a coffee shop, or whatever, start have a conversation with this guy, and she feels this beautiful, strong energy, between her and him. But she's with you. She's in love with you. She's your partner. But she can come home and say, honey, I went to this coffee shop today to have a cup of coffee. This guy coming in, we start talking. I felt this. No, and you are free to express that to someone. Not say, oh my God, I cannot go home and tell my boyfriend or my girlfriend, my partner,
Mm.
I felt something for someone at the store.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I think that's a whole conversation for another day.
No,
Yeah. But we
but
should be able to respect that as humans and especially as partners, we should have open communication like that. Who it's so normal to
it's so hard, Laura, for people to they say they have this open communication, but they don't.
I
They have
know.
so many things behind underneath the rock. They are so afraid to talk with the partner.
I
It could be a
know.
lot of fun because we can stay here for 1:11. It's a good time. But anyway, so my friend, I don't know if you have anything else to say, but I would love to know if you can tell people how can people find you, your website.
Yes. So you could go to www.divineemergence, it's one word, .org. That's my website, or find me on Instagram at divine, DIVINE underscore emergence, EMERGENCE. I post a lot on there, and I also offer one on one sessions, both in person and via Zoom. So, if anyone's interested in breathwork, one on one coaching, or wants to join the women's empowerment group, I would love to have everyone. And I'm doing deep medicine training back in Tulum at the end of September. So I'm just turning 32 here in a few days. And so this is a really great way to start off my 32nd year here on this earth. So when I get back, I have more offerings for the community. So, and thank you for this today. And thank you for the emotions and for feeling me and seeing me and hearing me. I appreciate you.
I'm very grateful, my friend, that you took the time to have this conversation with the eyes and here to share so many beautiful stories, to say so many beautiful things for our people. And the entire universe is doing this to you right now, my friend. Owing to you for everything that you are doing for our people and everything that you are doing for our planets as well, my friend. This thing,
Mm.
I'm gonna finish this here, but I just wanna say something before you go. Thank you so much, everyone that connect with the eyes today. Please, I suggest you guys not to save this video, maybe listen more than one time, and maybe if you know someone they need to listen all the things that we talked in here today. If you feel guide to send someone, please feel free as well. Please follow her, connect with her. She's such a beautiful. Oh God, what angel! You guys saw me. I cannot fake emotion, my friend. I mean, I cannot fake emotion. I cannot fake the things that I said about her is for real. Okay, namaste.
Mm.
This was, no, this was.